What's going on, everybody? We're back again with another NFL game preview. Today we're going to be previewing the Steelers and the Lions and the Broncos and the Chiefs and possibly a third game, maybe. We'll see. But let's start with the Steelers and Lions. Now, the Steelers and Lions are two teams that look like they're going in two separate directions. The Steelers are trending upwards. I like what the Steelers have been doing. They've been running a lot. Giving Le'Veon Bell the ball about 30 to 35 times a game, which I believe is a key to success in the NFL. Giving your star players a chance to compete, giving them the ball, give them the chance to shine in big moments. And I feel like Le'Veon Bell is finally getting his conditioning back and getting his just getting everything back, because when he held out for those preseason games, and I think he rushed back game one, but looking at the Steelers, they've really improved. Their defense is number one, I believe, against the pass. Their defense is honestly one of the best parts of this team. They have a great offensive line. I think their weak point right now is Big Ben. It's crazy to think about, but Big Ben looks like the weakest point of their team right now. But yeah, looking at the Lions here, the Lions are I don't know. The Lions look like a team that needs to improve but can improve, and it's just so hard for them to improve because they're in Detroit. No big free agents want to go there. They have to build. I mean, you see a lot of these teams now, they're building through the draft. I feel like the Lions are going to have to start doing that. I know they have a couple weapons that they drafted. Kenny Golladay. Golden Tate might not play. I believe he's doubtful as of today. But it's up to Marvin Jones, one of their big free agent signings from a year ago, to come through with some catches. They need to find a way to have a semblance of a run game here, and that would really help them. So, looking at some key matchups in this game, we're going to go ahead and start off with Matt Stafford versus that Steelers defense. Jim Bob Cooter, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, has made Matt Stafford look really, really good recently. So that's been Matt Stafford, I believe, is first in the NFL since last year in game-winning drives with 12. But that's not something that the Lions can continuously rely on. I don't think the Lions will have a good shot in this game to move the ball through the running game. So it's going to be up to Matt Stafford throwing the ball on some of these DBs. I just don't know if they're going to be able to do that because this pass defense is also very good. The Steelers are getting a lot of sacks. They've improved their rush rate. And it's just something that I think that they're able to continuously improve on a week to week as teams become more cohesive. Towards the end of the year, you see teams like that they're playing at a different level than other teams, and I think the Steelers are just going to continuously improve upon playing on that level. Matt Stafford is going to have to sling the ball, and he's going to have to be very accurate, very efficient, very precise. He can't turn the ball over in this game. If he turns it over, he's going to hand it over to one of the best offenses in the NFL, who like to run the ball with Le'Veon Bell. And the Lions' defense has not been known to have been able to stop teams on the defensive side of the ball until it's too late, almost. Our second key matchup here is going to be Antonio Brown versus Darius Slay. Darius Slay is one of the more underrated corners in this league. Look for him to travel with Antonio Brown, but Steelers are one of the better teams at getting other receivers involved. Look at Juju Smith. Martavis Bryant will not be active this week. He's somebody who has asked for a trade. He didn't even show up to practice on Monday, or to the. He didn't even show up to the team on Monday, so that was kind of an issue. But it's just something that I don't think that's gonna be solved over the next couple of weeks. But yeah. But Darius Slay versus Antonio Brown, you have two of the better guys at their positions. Antonio Brown is one of the top 5 receivers in this league. Darius Slay is a top 10 corner in this league. That's something that we have to look at here. I expect Darius Slay to travel, and I expect Antonio Brown to get his targets still. I expect him to have 10 to 12 targets. I expect him to have 6 or 7 catches. I expect him to find the end zone. It's something that you kind of expect from Antonio Brown every week. The third and final key matchup is going to be the Lions running game versus the Steelers rush defense. The Lions need to find a running game. If they could find any type of running game, they'd have a huge boost to this offense, making Matt Stafford more deadly, because you can use play action, you can use rollouts. There's just a lot of things that you can add to your offensive repertoire if you're able to efficiently run the ball, or effectively run the ball here. I think the Steelers are going to be able to slow down Amir Abdullah, Theo Reddick, all those guys. I just don't think that team's offensive line is good enough to handle this defensive front. And I don't think these running backs are smart enough or good enough to hit holes effectively, efficiently, and make big plays happen in the running game. So there's that. Now let's jump into our 3 reasons why here for each team. 3 reasons why each team will win this game. Let's go ahead and start with the Lions. For the Lions, it all starts with Matt Stafford. It will always start with Matt Stafford. For the Lions, they need to be able to. Matt Stafford needs to have an effective, efficient, precise game. He needs to be a surgeon with the ball. He can't turn the ball over. If he turns the ball over, he's setting his team up for failure. Because this game, the Lions' offense revolves around Matt Stafford. It's up to his receivers to find separation. It's up to his running backs to get open out of the flats underneath. Find the holes in the zones. Things like that. Number 2 for the Lions. Their defense is able to contain Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, making the Steelers almost one-dimensional. You saw what the Jaguars did to Pittsburgh. Now, the Lions' defense is nowhere near the Jaguars' defense. But you saw what the Jags did. They made them one-dimensional. It made Ben Roethlisberger try to beat him. And Ben Roethlisberger threw 5 picks in that game. So if the Lions' defense wants to have a chance in this game, they need to either stop the pass or stop the run. They need to make this team one-dimensional. Keep them in bad down and distance. Things like that. So, going on. Now, for the 3rd reason why that they'll win this game, they have a running game. And they win the turnover battle. So running game and turnover battle go hand in hand. If they're able to rush for like 90 yards as a team, win the turnover battle by a +2, they have a chance to win this game. If they can get 2 interceptions, I think that they can win this game. You flip field position. Special teams play is always huge. So if you flip field position, get turnovers, you have a chance to win this game. Now for 3 reasons why the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell touches the ball 35 times. You see this key to success though. When the Steelers win, they give the ball to Le'Veon Bell 30 times. It's just basic facts. This offense revolves around Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. Those are your 2 big guns. You need to get them the ball. Number 2, the Steelers defense wins the turnover battle, forcing Matt Stafford into 3 turnovers. They get 4 sacks in this game. I just think that the Steelers defense is playing its best football right now. They look like one of the best defenses in the league. So that's something that we need to continuously look at here with the Steelers defense. I think they're like top 5 in points allowed, top pass defense, top 10 against the run. I think it's all those type of things. This is a great defense going back to their old ways of playing great defense. And number 3, Ben Roethlisberger plays turnover free. Now, I know Ben Roethlisberger has stated recently that he doesn't know if his heart's in it, if he doesn't know he wants to feel like playing. But if he stays turnover free in this game, I think that continuously supports him to continuously keep playing. Still being an elite quarterback. He has a Super Bowl ring. He can take this team to the Super Bowl. I know the AFC is not deep, but it is top heavy. So if you're one of the top heavy teams, you have to be able to win these games. And I think that the Steelers will win this game. My prediction for this game is that the Steelers will win 34-21 here. I don't think it's going to be that close. I think that the Lions will score a couple garbage time touchdowns when the game is out of hand. Now we're going to be talking about why the Lions can't compete with some good teams again. For the Steelers, it's just another business day for them. They continue on with their streak. Defense plays great. Le'Veon Bell has over 200 total yards. I think that that's possible in this game. It's a Sunday night game, so we have to, players might be amped up all night. This could start out slow, but I think the Steelers will take over around halftime when they make some adjustments. That's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.